Every English course I've ever taken in college has started the same way. The teacher goes around the room asking the student what their name is, who their favorite author is, and what their favorite kind of literature is.
I like Faulkner. I like Emily Dickinson.
When it usually comes to me, I feel really bad because my favorite kind of literature is usually like fantasy or sci-fi, and my favorite author is Neil Gaiman, who is still alive, and I feel like that's a stigma if you're an English major, because I feel like my favorite author isn't supposed to still be alive. My favorite author should be Poe or Shakespeare or anyone from 200 to 300 years ago. I feel really bad about that. Yes, I'm an English major. I'm pretty sure I've said it before. I enjoy stories. I enjoy analyzing stories. I enjoy talking about stories. I enjoy finding new stories that I like. I enjoy analyzing stories. But really, I enjoy analyzing the stories that I like. And for the most part, all of the canon of literature, for American literature or British literature, I've just really found kind of boring. And again, I feel like I shouldn't feel that way because I'm an English major. The only two pieces of classic literature I can really think that I like are Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, which I've been reading all my life, and I've loved those, and Beowulf. But I really just like analyzing Beowulf. Like the fact that they say he's brave because he fights all these monsters. However, he also says that he's fearless. So if he's fearless, he can't be brave, because those two terms kind of cancel each other out. Because if he has no fear, then he cannot face his fear, therefore he is not brave. So Beowulf fighting monsters that he's in no way afraid of, not brave. Me fighting that cockroach with my shoe the other night, very brave, because frankly I'm scared to death of cockroaches. The literature that I like is usually the more modern pieces in fantasy and sci-fi, like Harry Potter or Ender's Game or anything by Neil Gaiman. You know what, let's throw The Hobbit in there, not as a modern piece. I'll say The Hobbit is a classic piece of literature, but I honestly don't enjoy Lord of the Rings. I enjoy the story and the idea of Lord of the Rings, but actually reading Lord of the Rings is a chore. I don't like reading Lord of the Rings. I never did. Reading The Hobbit is fun. I loved reading The Hobbit, not Lord of the Rings. But I still love the world, I love the story, I love the characters. I just don't like reading 3 pages about a tree. And that tree had this many names. And there were songs written about that tree. And here are the songs written about that tree in English. And here are the songs written about that tree in the original Elvish. Reading Lord of the Rings is a chore to me, and that's how I feel about other pieces of classic literature in class when I read them, is that I don't enjoy them. I'm an English major. I think I'm supposed to enjoy them, but I don't. And I feel really bad about that. I also don't write as much as I'd like to. Last semester I wrote 2 short stories because I had to for class. And this semester I have to write 3 short stories for class. And, you know, if I don't write them, I fail the class. So I'm thankful for that because that has me writing, but that's also half the reason I started writing reviews of TV shows, like I'm writing for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter, because, one, I enjoy talking about those shows, and I love those shows, but also it keeps me writing regularly. So, don't like classic pieces of literature aside from, 2 or 3. I don't write as often as I should. My favorite author is still alive. So I feel like I'm a bad English major. If you have any thoughts on the topic, let me know in the comments. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram. Like the video, share it around, and also subscribe to my channel so you can geek out some more. But until then, have fun.